At the penultimate outdoor race of the 2024 season, it was Chase Sexton with his 6th straight win. Hunter Lawrence, who continues to have a phenomenal rookie season, his performance only darkened by his younger brother's enormous shadow, once again finished runner-up to Chase. In the first moto, Sexton's gate position didn't pay off, but he was able to make the passes and close the gap on Hunter. Lawrence did have the whole shot, but disaster was only narrowly averted, as Justin Cooper went long, even as Hunter closed down the next corner. Justin went flying, Hunter continued, but Aaron Plessinger had snatched the lead away. Plessinger would succumb to Lawrence's charge just before the 10-minute mark, then be passed by teammate Chase a lap later. Sexton began to close down on Lawrence, and then, stop me if you've heard this before, just under 5 minutes to go, he tucked the front end, and Hunter's lead went from just under 2 seconds to almost 9, with Lawrence winning his 3rd moto of the season. In the second moto, Lawrence again took the whole shot and sprinted away. Chase started about 5th, worked his way forward, picked off Plessinger for 2nd midway through. And then, in a position to pressure Hunter for the win, Sexton tucked the front again. And yet still won. He remounted and would chase down Hunter. Just under 5 minutes to go, Sexton's relentless pace overwhelmed Lawrence. And Hunter just missed again, carding his 6th runner-up finish of the season. Eli Tomac looked great in his return, his first outdoor race since those epic battles with Sexton in 22. Albeit some 30 seconds back, he carded a 4th in the first moto, behind only Lawrence, Sexton, and Plessinger. The second moto didn't go quite as well, but did present fans with a classic confrontation between Eli and Phil Nicoletti, which probably wasn't on anyone's bingo card. And a shout-out to moonlighting test rider Brock Tickle, who finished just behind Tomac, with an 8th place overall. Now, after weeks of races at storied historic venues, we move to Indiana, for only the 10th National Motocross to ever be held at Ironman Raceway. Located in the shadow of Indianapolis, Ironman's history began with Grand National Cross Country races in 1995. The track opened for motocross in 2014, in part due to the tremendous success of the GNCC. Though surrounded by billiard table flat Midwestern plains, you walk towards the track and the ground opens up, drops down, and practically swallows the racetrack whole. The Ironman track doesn't just offer up elevation change, it offers up some of the biggest, steepest combinations of jumps and hills in the entire series, including Godzilla, a massive uphill jump. The setting is a hidden gem, and the dirt, obstacles, and sightlines combine to make it an ideal venue. It's a fitting place to host arguably the most important race of the season, where champions are crowned. Indiana is said to be the crossroads of America. An Ironman is often the crossroad that determines who walks away with motocross's most prestigious title. The first national was held there in 2015, and it was a battle between Ryan Dungey and Kenny Roczen, both Jason Anderson and Justin Barcia in the mix.
Ken Roczen, but nothing more can be said about this guy. The diesel, Ryan Dungey, clockwork, just another motor victory.
Big problems for Dungey at the beginning of this race as we show you the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross race recap. Big crash for Dungey, had to work on the motorcycle with ninja chops. That pushed him back to 6th. Justin Barcia was in the lead, but here's Roczen gonna overhaul him, and everyone marveling at this corner speed. Woo!
So that put Roczen up there, and Roczen just never looked back. Fantastic motor ride for him.
Barcia would get pushed back to 3rd and eventually 4th, and fight back for 3rd. Dungey 2nd, though, combined with a win at the first moto. That gives him a 1st and a 2nd on the day.
2016 was Roczen's year, winning 20 of 24 motos. An Ironman was no exception.
And no doubt, he is a worthy 2016 Lucas Oil Pro Motocross champion.
The final round of the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship gets underway from Indiana right now.
Just west of Indianapolis, Indiana, it's the final round of the 2016 Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship, Crawfordsville, Indiana's Ironman National. There's really not much to say except, yeah, another checkered flag for Ken Roczen. He led everyone across the whole shot stripe and led all the way to the finish and gets another victory.
But man, what can you say about this? The number 94, Ken Roczen, flawless just about this whole season. Phenomenal win, goes 1-1. Probably what we may have expected coming into it, but he actually went out and did it.
But it was the 2017 race that had more than a sprinkle of the GP flavor so rife at Unadilla and Budds Creek. With Jeffrey Hurlings at the peak of his powers, dropping in on the American scene, only to fight it out with a Frenchman.
Oh yeah, there are hills and jumps here in the relatively flat state of Indiana. It's the final round of the 2017 Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship, sanctioned by AMA Pro Racing, the Christy Jubiler Chevrolet Ironman National. Race recap of our first 450 moto. Eli Tomac gets his first whole shot of the year. And just in the nick of time here at the final round on his monster Kawasaki. Hurlings started 3rd, makes the move on Baggett, and then Tomac to take the lead. Tomac stays with him, sees an opening perhaps to try to make a move, but it did not work out for the number 3.
Yeah, Tomac just came in there with a whole head of steam. He was committed to that outside, lands a little lint over the front end tucks. Clutch lever's a little bit bent. That would affect him for the rest of the moto. He would struggle to a 5th.
Then Muscat goes after Hurlings about mid-race. We thought he was setting him up for a pass. Got close a couple of times. Great battle between the, for one day only, Red Bull KTM teammates. But then Hurlings would pull back away and go on to win in his debut in Lucas Oil Pro Motocross. A lot of different things to adjust to, adapt to, and get used to. Sure didn't look it. Bring you this. So your battle early on is Marvin Muscat and Blake Baggett. Both of them had to win the moto to stay in title contention, so they were fighting hard for it. Finally, the 25 of Muscat would secure the lead. Then he would have to hope that Tomac had a bad race and finished outside the top 20. That wouldn't happen. Tomac got to 6th, and then late, Marvin throws it away with victory in sight.
Yeah, that was strange. He saved it after he cased that jump, and then that right there throws it away. Watch on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see Jeffrey Hurlings get him right there. And that was an impressive ride from Hurlings, but that also eliminated.
Yeah, any chance that Marvin would have a winning the title. As for Hurlings, he started this race on the ground, about last, past probably 38, 39 riders or so to win the moto. Tomac would come across in 6th, and that was enough to ice the championship.
The 2018 race was a bit muddy, and Justin Barcia's wet weather skills came into play. And, not unlike the race we just saw at Budds Creek, Tomac had to battle his way past a great ride from Nicoletti.
More privateer power. Reed battling. Oh, Barcia almost took Reed's front wheel away. Yeah, there's a lot of different strategies out here. Plessinger decided to just pull into the pits and get fresh goggles in the first moto. Ferrandis ran the double gogs. Barcia lost his goggles here in second place, has not pulled in, and in fact, he's challenging Nicoletti for the lead.
This is a gutsy ride from Barcia. He's going to run. Look at him. He's got his feet on the pants, front wheel up, and bam, bam. That was really something I was always scratching my head at. And
whoa, Eli! Oh, he goes down. Now he's going to keep the bike running, but he's got to pick the motorcycle up and hope for no drama.
I think he dropped the clutch.
Oh, he did keep it running. But let's see who got by him. Maybe Nicoletti or maybe more.
And then look at the bike now.
Wow. As soon as that thing stops, the steam comes out. Tomac here, who's repassing Nicoletti for second. See if Nicoletti can hold him. Yeah, maybe not. Little mistake from Eli. That's understandable in the conditions. So for the moment, at least, Nicoletti holds him off.
Yeah, good to see Nicoletti fighting.
Tomac going to try an outside line here.
This might work. That inside's getting deep.
Well, with that pass, it makes the math that much easier for Eli Tomac in position to clinch the championship.
There we go. Marvin saw an option.
Unbelievable. So just like that, Marvin is only 4 points in deficit of Tomac. That will give Tomac a 24-point lead. He needs 25, and unless something crazy happens here with a lap and a half to go, which is certainly possible, Tomac might have to take it down to the final moto of the year by 1 point again. But Barcia out of upstate New York certainly is. And his mud prowess paid off. He wanted to do it at Unadilla, but he was down in the first turn of Moto 1. So that hurt his chances there. But he gets it done. This time, Justin Barcia has won a moto in Lucas Oil Pro Motocross for the first time since 2015. Tomac on the number 1. Mooscan on the 25. There's Justin Barcia on the 51. He won the first race earlier today. We'll focus on the champions for the final race of the season. And a bad start for Tomac. And Chad Reed looking to pull the whole shot. And he does it. Motorsport.com whole shot for Reed. A crowd favorite. First race for him in 3 years, and he's out front. I believe Barcia quickly slipped past Reed, so Reed back to second. Barcia leading. Mooscan is fourth. This would be huge if Barcia could go 1-1 today and get his first victory in years. Roczen, though, wants a moto win as well, and he's putting the heat on.
Basically, yeah.
Yep. Whoa, Roczen with the uphill triple in the mud.
Look at the crowd. They just erupt right there. I can't believe how many people have stuck this out. This is, it's beautiful to see with the motocross. Just the hardcore fans who thick or thin, they've been out here.
Overall win in this series was July 4th weekend back in 2015. The breakthrough was a race before that. Oh no! Barcia goes down, quickly up.
And he stalled it though. The bike, I think, stalled or didn't pull the clutch. No, pulled the clutch. When I saw the rear wheel stop, I thought he had stalled it, which could have made things a little more interesting.
Oh no, he's going to go down again. They made a 15-second lead over Ken Roczen. Look at how many lap riders are stuck on this track that he's got to negotiate. So maybe 1 lap gas with 2 laps to go for Roczen from second to try to catch Barcia.
Well, let's see what the gap is if we get a chance. There's Barcia, and it's not super close. You have to imagine, probably lost all of close to half that gap.
Probably going to end the series ranked 4th in points, but most importantly, he's going to end the year with a victory. Welcome back to the top. Justin Barcia sweeps it in the mud in Indiana. Eli just going to try to bring this Kawasaki home in 9th place. And with it, for the 2nd straight year, Eli Tomac is the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross champion in the 450 class.
19 was again Tomac and Roczen out front, with Zach Osborne joining them on the box.
Savacci for the lead. Take over the number 1 position on the 94. Ken, the fastest qualifier today, did pull away a bit early. Eli Tomac and Marvin Mooscan both challenged him the entire way late in the race. Mooscan executes a pass on Tomac to take over second. Tomac tries to get him back right here. Mooscan shuts the door and then goes after Roczen, same section. Mooscan to the lead as the 2 laps to go board comes out. Watch how close it is. These two have been racing each other for a long, long time. Coming from Europe over to the United States. They're familiar with each other. Pretty good friends off the track. Final turn, Roczen not giving in. Comes right back on Mooscan, but Marvin able to hold on. Got to be one of the most satisfying moto wins in his career. Joey Savacci nailing his starts today out front on the number 17 Kawasaki, but Osborne and Marvin Musquin come together right here.
Yeah, just one of those lines came together. I don't think Marv anticipated that, and I don't think Osborne realized he was right there. I mean, these guys train together. Got to hope for Marv it's not a serious knee injury, because ACLs and things like that could affect 2020.
Yeah, he's been through that before, so yeah, certainly hope the number 25's all right. Here is Roczen getting to the inside on Savacci, but you see Osborne and Tomac lurking right there. So Roczen was good early, but Tomac was keeping the heat on him, and so was Osborne.
Yeah, he was, and here, obviously Ken making the pass and opened up a little bit gap, but Tomac kept him honest and was able to rebound and make that pass later in the race here.
Yeah, here it comes, and it was tough. There wasn't much room for Tomac to make this work, Ryan,
No.
but he wouldn't give up on it.
Little mistake by Kenny, and you just carry that momentum around the outside and just squeak by into this corner to make the pass into the lead.
And then Osborne would go after Roczen to take the second place spot. Wasn't able to keep Tomac in check. Eli finished third in the first moto behind Roczen and Musquin. He wins Moto 2. 3-1 scores make him today's overall winner.
Tomac won again the following year in the strange 2020 season, and then yet again in 21, making it 3 in a row.
So Musquin's in the lead. Tomac put in a couple of charges and would get him within his sights. Wasn't quite able to finish the charge. And then third place, Zach Osborne tangles with a lapper, and that allows Adam Cianciarulo and Chase Sexton to get by him. And then late he was passed also by Blake Baggett and Justin Barsha. A couple more mistakes.
Yeah, it just seemed to kind of unravel at the end there for Osborne. I'm sure he's going to be bitterly frustrated. He had the pace at one point to potentially win, but these guys put it together.
Yeah, he was close to Tomac and Musquin for a while. Not at the end, though. Musquin takes the victory. Unbelievable high pace at the end. But they weren't even there at the beginning. Zach Osborne had the Motorsport.com hole shot. Adam Cianciarulo, the rookie, gets around him. And for a while, we thought it was going to be moto and overall win for Cianciarulo, but Barsha and Tomac were lurking the entire time. And then down the stretch, Tomac put it all together.
Yeah, just gets alongside. Watch it, stays a little bit lower. He has the inside in this corner. Cianciarulo is not able to close the door and enables Tomac to go through. And Barsha wasted no time. Goes to the inside, makes the pass, takes the line away. And just like that, Cianciarulo was fighting just for a podium overall.
Yeah, he had 2/3 of the race dialed at the youngster of the 9, but eventually these guys got around. A little mistake from Barsha. He'd make up for that. He'd stay on Tomac's wheel all the way to the final turn. Eli Tomac able to hold him off. Get the victory. That was fun to watch. Yeah, because he still ends up winning it, and we'll show you here the Lucas Oil race recap. This is a great battle early in the race. Savacci in the lead. Roczen comes out of nowhere to get everybody slicing through the field to take the lead from Ferrandis.
Yeah, Roczen goes from like 7th to 1st in a lap, and then the race starts to take shape. And watch right here as Ferrandis is fully committed coming into the turn. Braking bumps, boom, and Roczen has to slow down, get out of the way. Tomac was right in there too.
And here's Tomac sliding to the inside of Roczen to get to the number 2 spot. Roczen had actually repassed Ferrandis earlier in that very same corner. And then we strapped in for a battle between two of the brutes out here, Tomac and Ferrandis.
Yeah, and they stayed pretty much the same pace till about probably 7 to 5 minutes left in the race is when Roczen dropped off the back a little bit. And then with a couple laps to go, Tomac drops off just a little bit. And Ferrandis takes the win after saying that he suffered.
I know, didn't have the power to push. Yeah, still won by 5 seconds, but hey. Now early on, it was Webb and Ferrandis battling for the lead, though.
Yeah, Webb really shows some great aggression right here and takes the lead. Red Bull KTM has to be stoked to finally see the number 2 out front. It's been a while.
Then Tomac starts to strike first against Ferrandis. He'll make the same move in the same turn Webb did.
And we really did have about a 5-rider battle with Webb, Tomac, Ferrandis, Sexton, Roczen.
It boiled down to these two, Webb against Tomac. And Tomac's going to go from the outside to the inside here and finally get the lead.
And then once he had a clear track, he was gone. But we had a great battle here. And watch right here as Ferrandis just ever so slightly taps Webb there and takes the spot, actually throws a hand out, says, hey, look, didn't mean to do that, didn't mean to hit you. But for Tomac, it was clear sailing.
Yeah, he hit him a different way. With lap times they couldn't match, Eli Tomac was second in Moto 1. He wins Moto 2. You can't beat those scores. A 2-1 takes the overall today.
Sexton stopped Tomac's streak in 22 after yet another epic battle with Eli.
Everything counts between Tomac and his championship rival Chase Sexton, and Tomac fires first. And Ken Roczen doing his best to keep Eli behind him, but there's not much he can really do as Eli makes his way to the front. Then here's Sexton following, and Roczen looks over and lets his teammate go, and then it was down to the gap. Could Sexton catch Tomac? He could. He started closing and made a mistake. This is an interesting mistake right here. There's not much he could have done on a steep hill like that. He has to re-track. Didn't look like he gained a whole lot of advantage. Gaps about the same, so I think it's going to be a not a non-issue there. And then he catches Tomac, and watch this. Tomac a bobble, and here goes Sexton to the lead. Yeah, Eli just catches that rut, nearly hide sides, and Chase takes advantage of it. And it looked like it was over, but then Tomac finds something out of nowhere to catch him again and retake the lead in the same spot. You know what he found? He found a 2:01, fastest lap of the race at the 2-lap board. That was his best lap right there before the 2 laps to go sign. On the final lap, Sexton uncorked the 2:01, but it was not enough. And Tomac takes the Moto win. Ironman National. Let's show you with our Lucas Oil race recap how it went down. Chase Sexton, an unbelievable jump out of the gate, and he's going to control the motorsport.com whole shot. But he had some early heat from his teammate, Ken Roczen. Ryan Dungey up there as well. Look at Roczen go, though. Roczen did an excellent job being a teammate here, and we talked about that, trying to help separate. Once Chase Sexton got into the lead right here, and you see Kenny looking over going, okay, go Chase, go, and I'll do my best to just help create a gap here, which he did. He did a great job of holding Eli off, and Eli just makes this incredible pivot, makes the pass, and then sets his sights out for Chase Sexton. And it got this close, and then Tomac's going to make the mistake. That's it. So nice to have that camera shot. We got to see exactly what happened. Eli got in there. Ruts are going right. His body position was a little out of where he wanted it to be. Got into the ruts, tangled up high side, and Eli, and look at this. Chase Sexton. And at the gap at the end, almost 11 seconds.
And of course, in 23, Jet Lawrence wrapped up his perfect season, with Hunter winning the 250 class to clinch his own title.
Incredible nerves and pressure, which he admitted the nerves were sky high, as was the heart rate to finish it off. He joins the Immortals, 22-0. He has done it, and most incredibly, he has done it as a rookie, which no one has ever done. And here's the celebration.
Great, man. What a great day. What a great year for Honda.
Going into Ironman, it's Chase's title to lose, and it would take being swallowed up by an earthquake or a plane crash for that to happen. No jinx. Hunter, still at 28 points back, is the only other rider not mathematically eliminated. Lawrence, nonetheless, has had the best rookie 450 season in ages, and maybe ever, barring the phenomenal performance of his younger brother 1 year ago. And if not for the unprecedented excellence of Jet's first season, Hunter's debut in the Premier class would spike much higher on the chart. He's led the most laps, now at 96, amassed 3 moto wins, been on the box 9 out of 10 tries, and done everything short of achieving an overall. The viewership of this channel doesn't warrant the research time, but it's doubtful anyone other than Jet has done better in years, or possibly ever. Lawrence traded blows with the eventual champion all season, and drew nearly as much blood as he bled. And still, Sexton's second moto strength was, and is, undeniable. An even split in points, with both riders walking away proud with the 47-point total. Yet with Sexton with the overall and the championship firmly in his grasp. Hunter can hold his head high, but Chase will hold the title. Barring any catastrophe, Ironman will be a formality, but one well worth watching. And hey, if you like this video, please like this video. Maybe we'll tap the subscribe button. Leave a comment if you know how to type. Meanwhile, thanks for watching this.
Second moto, man, I come around, didn't make it easy myself, fell over again. For some reason, this track, I just can't stay on my bike. Every year I seem to fall over, but
these damn second motos, man, they keep getting away from me, so we got one more chance.
Initial thoughts going into the last round. It's been a long break for you.
Well, a little bit of good and a little bit of misery there.